अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। आज हम जुमे की नमाज़ के लिए अल्लाटूना मस्जिद गए हुए थे। वहाँ ली गई वीडियोस आपको भेजे जा रहे हैं, उन्हें देखिएगा। आज ज़कात के बारे में बयान हुआ।
Is zakat. If you have minimum, that's minimum. And after the $520, that's according to current calculation, I calculated today with the price of gold and silver. I have shared also a document on our WhatsApp group which clearly explains all the zakat obligations and calculations and all. So if you do that, any amount above $520, zakat is obligatory. And to whom it is given, it's also described in the following ayahs. And this zakat, if you is due on all your savings, all your gold and silver jewelry, except for those you or your wife wear on a regular basis. Like if you are wearing a ring, silver ring, Muslims are not even allowed to wear a golden ring. If you have a silver ring, that is not zakatable. If you have any other silver sitting in silverware or whatever it is in the house, it's all, you have to calculate the value of that and pay zakat on it. Then again, if you have your wife's jewelry, if she is wearing, say, just only one locket every day, but if she has more than that, women do collect jewelry, all that jewelry has to be valued with the current rate of gold. And that amount, you have to calculate 2.5%. And that is to be distributed again to the needy and all these 8 categories, inshallah, we will come. But if you have diamonds, or if you have any other jewelry, which is Allah mentioned in the Quran, and Rasulullah recommended only for zakat is on silver and gold, and your cash, liquid cash you have. It is zakatable. And if you have diamonds, it's not zakatable. But some people do, try to save zakat. They say, okay, I will sell my all jewelry and buy the diamond, because diamond also keep with their value, and I don't have to pay zakat. Subhanallah, how shaitan deflects our thoughts. If you put a little note to it, you can see, if we get one notice from IRS, we get cautious. And what is the tax rate? Average is 20 to 30 to 40% is the tax rate on our income. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not charging us on our income. It is only for the saving. If you're making $100,000 and spending $100,000, not lavishly, not just get by from the zakat, but if you're spending and you don't have saving of $500, you don't have to pay zakat. And zakat is due on all your liquid cash, your jewelry and business assets. Like if you have, say, a grocery store, whatever grocery you have, you take inventory at the end of the year to pay the taxes, right? Even the government collects inventory tax at the end of the year. You take over an average for the last 12 months, how much inventory I have. Like I have maybe 10 kilograms of wheat or 50 pounds of sugar or whatever. So just give an example. Whatever commodity or trade you are doing in, it has to be valued. And whatever the amount is, you have to pay 2.5% of the zakat. And zakat is also due on, suppose if we are flipping property, if you buy a $100,000 house and then again sell it for $125,000, then again buy $150,000 house, again sell it, that $150,000 are taxable, zakat. But if you are living in a house which is maybe worth $100,000, $500,000 or $1 million, you don't have to pay zakat. But if you are using that real estate for flipping properties, it is all zakat. It's all every single penny of it is zakat. Like commodities or the business you have, like the furniture store. Whatever furniture store you have had, whatever furniture you have in that store for the last 1 year, you have to take the value of it and calculate 2.5% and distribute that to the needy. Subhanallah, one of the scholars was mentioning that if zakat is paid even now, when in our societies, in our communities, well, there would be no poor Muslim in our communities. And zakat is conditioned to be spent only on Muslims. There's only one category which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, which is mu'allafatul qulub. If you think your Christian neighbor might come closer to Islam, you can give a gift from this zakat amount to him. That's the only category which can be distributed to non-Muslims. Every other category is only for Muslims. Zakat. Sadaqat, yes. If you have extra money, give out to your friends, your family, not family, any non-Muslims or anybody you would like to. That can be given. But zakat, and this is just 2.5%. We calculate our taxes at the end of the year, sit down and clearly, see our incomes, our W2s, or whatever it is, 1099, and calculate our taxes. And we pay 20% to the government, 30%, 40%, 50%. This is all taxes. This Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking 2.5%, not on your income. You made $100,000, it's all gone, you don't have any savings. And do not be like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna mubazzirina kanu ikhwanu shayatin. If you are wasteful in anything you do, then it's like we are brethren of shaitan. This is very, very strong ayah. That's why I'm just exaggerating the amount. Just give it. If you are making $100,000, you have no savings. There's no zakat. But as soon as you get that $520, according to today's value of gold or silver, if you cross that amount, every single penny after that is zakat. So we really have to calculate. And there's an ayah in the Quran which clearly talks about وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. That means they are who are observant of the zakat. 5 minutes is a task. 5 minutes is just not whatever you do. It's a task that you calculate. You calculate how much savings I have, how much gold I have, how much property I have, how much inventory I have if I'm doing a business. It's zakat. For your car, for example, if you're driving a car, there's no zakat on it. You're living in a house, there's no zakat on it. You're wearing some jewelry on a daily basis, there's no zakat on it. Whatever is like daily use items, there's no zakat. Everything other than that is regarded as your saving, and it has to be given zakat. And we did a little qadira or little presentation of zakat at ECIC last week, and there were a lot of questions about 401k and retirement savings and all. So we did answer those, and I'd like to bring that up also to your notice. If you are an active trader, if you are buying shares every day and selling shares, whatever amount you are flipping on with stocks or whatever it is, every single penny of that is zakat. And if you have long-term investments for the stocks, suppose you buy, say, for example, Microsoft stocks, you have to see last 20th of Ramadan, what was the value of Microsoft stock. If it's progressively increasing, then you have to take the average. If you say $100 to $1,200, $1,300 you have to take an average. So over the year, so maybe it comes to about $100 a month or whatever it is, minimum saving you have. Say $750 came to an average. That's $750 full zakat. But if you do not know the stocks, like if you have in mutual funds, with some other companies managing for you. If that mutual fund, scholars have given some concession because these are active traders. They do trade up and down. It goes down, they sell it, they buy it, and it goes up, they sell it. If that is the case, you do not have any knowledge how the funds are being managed, then only 1% of that amount is zakat. But if you know the stocks which you are managing, you have to take the average value from last Ramadan to this Ramadan, say 26th of Ramadan, then if you have to pay zakat on whatever the average amount came out to. And though it peaked at one time to $500, then it came down to like $300, you don't have to pay $500. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very lenient in these matters. He has given just 2.5% with all these exceptions, with all these things. Don't pay zakat on your car, don't pay zakat on your house, don't pay zakat on your daily jewelry and all that. Not a concession. But if you have savings, liquid cash, stocks, retirement funds, sometimes we don't know how much it is, how they are being invested, we don't know, but you know what your contribution towards it. You just take that amount. And if there's matching from your employer, then you know he's also putting in that. That is your, definitely that's the investment. Though it may have gone up, we don't know. But if you know it, whatever you have contributed towards it, it has to be calculated at 2.5%. So this is very easy and very, Shaitan tells us, okay, what if you're giving $5,000 in zakat? Why you $10,000 in zakat? But mashallah, some brothers who have millions of dollars of income, the zakat comes out to maybe $100,000, $200,000. It has to be calculated. But they also have to realize at the same time, when Shaitan says, oh, why you're giving $100,000 away? Then you can use it somewhere else. Yes, Shaitan will definitely tell us. At that time, you should repel Shaitan by thinking that I'm paying 20% tax, 30% tax, 45% tax on my earnings, not on my savings. Whatever I earn, I have to give 30% to the government. What is 2.5% only of what I saved? If you have earned $100,000 and not, saved anything, as long as you have liquid cash, savings, jewelry, property, which you are flipping, make sure that this is enough. One more important question came up in the discussion last week was, what if you have like 5 houses you are renting? That is not regarded as liquid cash. But 5 houses, whatever income that is getting, like if you are getting $3,000 for rent on it, $2,000 rent on it, $1,000 rent on it, that's $12,000, $24,000, $36,000, whatever rent you are getting on it, that is all zakat. And inshallah, after this khutbah, if you have any other questions on this, inshallah, I have done a little study and I have shared a document on you on WhatsApp with you all. You can read that if you want. And there's also a calculation table how to calculate it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. Make sure that you calculate as you do your taxes. As you fill up your 1040 or whatever forms you do for the taxes, likewise do this calculation every year. And if you cannot find somebody to distribute your zakat, set it separate on a different account, put it in a bag and lock it. That's not your money at all. Zakat is not our money which we cannot use. And once we take out zakat, it's our wealth becomes clean. We do not want to wear a stinky clothes like that after cutting 3 uses. Likewise, the money is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when you take zakat from your amwal, it cleanses you. Zakat means, zakat actually is the root word comes from cleanliness, like it has to be purified, purification. So it is very important that this 2.5% is very negligible. Imagine, do not be walked away with shaitan, oh, you are giving thousands of dollars. No. It will entice you, okay, no, you can spend it somewhere else. Buy this, buy that. Don't worry. Take the money out, find somebody, give it to them. If not, set it aside so that the best time to spend the zakat is during the month of Ramadan. What if we catch Laylatul Qadr and you have given zakat on Laylatul Qadr? Imagine, as if you have done this for 83 years. Most of us, we may not even see the age of 83 years, but that single night will multiply our rewards to the rewards of 83 years of our age, of time. For example, suppose, I have said this as an example in the previous khutbah as well. Ramadan, Laylatul Qadr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, it is khairu min alf shahr. That night is better than 1,000 months of ibadah. Suppose a ship is docking on an island. On that island, you go and buy the groceries for your daily use from Kroger, Publix, or whatever, the grocery store you may have. You buy for your daily use. But on that particular night, a ship is coming and it is giving you provisions for 83 years, not just for one day, which we buy every day or every week. We buy for the weekly consumption or monthly consumption, whatever we buy. This ship is giving you 83 years of supplies and free of cost. You just pay $1 and you say you buy a couple eggs, then that $1 will give you eggs to suffice for 83 years. We will line up and wait for the gate to open. Are we likewise searching Laylatul Qadr on every single night of of Ramadan, last 10 days, it is our chance. If we are sleeping it away, wasting our time, it is our loss. Would you do that if you know that that ship is going to be delivering you 83 years of supplies? You will stay at the ship and wait when this gate will open. Likewise, we have to wait for every single night, assuming that this could be Laylatul Qadr. This is what I will be gaining. And do zakat also on the same night. Who knows? Maybe that's Laylatul Qadr. As He will give you returns in multiple folds. Allah says many times in the Quran. And zakat is mentioned in the Quran more than 80 times. And alhamdulillah, most of us pray every day 5 salawat, and we come to Jummah, we do salawat. With salah, zakat is mentioned 30 times in the Quran. How we are concerned about salah? That because we have to perform 5 times of salah, here Allah has commanded to take. He commanded Rasulullah to take zakat from people and distribute to the needy. So it is so important. And zakat cannot be given to your blood relatives, immediate family, like your kids, your parents. You cannot give. But you can give to your brothers or sisters or cousins or any other distant relatives if they are needy. Zakat cannot be given to your immediate family who are dependent on you. Zakat cannot be given to them. Your parents, they are dependent on you, cannot. If your children are dependent on you, your wife, you cannot give zakat. You have to give some extra income or sadaqah you can give. And sadaqah also has a lot of reward. But zakat is an obligation. No one can avoid zakat. Sadaqah is okay to you, obligated, or it's not obligatory. You can give it, it's up to you. You give, you get more. Whatever you give, I will return it to you. It will not, our mal will not be reduced by charity. But this charity is an obligatory charity. One more thing I would like to clarify. People confuse with zakatul fitr. Actually, it's sadaqatul fitr. People say that is only zakat. It's $15 in Ramadan I pay my zakat. No. That's why scholars have advised everybody to call it as sadaqatul fitr, not zakatul fitr. People get confused and say, okay, though I have $50,000 in my bank, I paid $15 in the masjid. I know Imam asking for $50 for zakatul fitr. But no, it's not sadaqatul fitr, and that is not this fitr. We call it Eid al-Fitr because when we fast, we make mistakes. Sometimes we eat things accidentally, or sometimes our eyes see something which is not halal. Whatever it is, to cleanse that fasting is sadaqatul fitr. That is $15 according to calculation of 2.5 kilograms of wheat, or I don't know. The scholars have arrived at the number $15 per person, and it has to be distributed before Salatul Eid. Before every Ramadan, if you are fasting for 30 days, you have to give this sadaqatul fitr, $15 before Salatul Eid, so that this money can be distributed to the needy who cannot buy the sweets or whatever or clothes for themselves. Mostly food items, because it has to be given in form of food or cash, so that they can buy some dates, some sweets for their children. There are a lot of families we do not know, and it's obligatory on us to find people. We have to do this. It's not just, okay, I'm done with it. Even if you put here, it becomes an obligation on us where to find, whom to find. But we try to give, for some organizations, we know they go overseas. In America, it's very hard because if you don't have no food, no job, you get food coupons. You may not find people who really need food, who may not have something to eat for the Eid. But overseas, people don't get one meal a day. Don't get it. So we have to be conscious of people who do not have. Have-nots is what we have to focus on. There are many, and we should not compete. Oh, he has more, I have to get more than that. And we do the right and wrong and get to that level. Oh, I'm equal to him, and I can do this, I can do that. We have to take this, comparison from out of our minds. Always look to the people who are below us, not above us. If you look above, we will fall. We might stumble over something and we will fall. It's better to look people who are below us and try to work for them, try to care for them. This is the main wisdom of zakah. So the society, why it is stressed on liquid cash? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want the cash to stay at one place. Though there may be some people who do not have cash and we are holding the cash. There is an ayah in the Quran. If somebody holds the cash and doesn't pay zakat, on the day of judgment, it will be like a heated iron plates will be put on the chest and on the back. Allah will say, this is your mal. This is your mother which you have not paid zakah. May Allah save us from this. This is very strong situation. And I think I have mentioned about the personal items. If you have any personal items, it's not zakatable. And be conscious. It is dangerous to not pay zakah, because we do not want to destroy our house for this little thing. It is very negligible amount. 2.5% is nothing to this. Please do not neglect it. We pay so much more in taxes and all, but do not try to avoid zakah. And Allah says it will purify you and it will help others who are needy in the community. We have to really worry about the people who are suffering in the communities, though they may have lot to go, but they are just month to month, day to day, they don't have enough earnings. So be concerned about the communities. And we also have, the food pantry we are running, be a part of it. Come take food, when you go and distribute food, you would see people, some people say, we have not eaten for 4 days. We just eating from the trash can. Even bird lives its life, but humans have to be different. We have to live for others, not just for us. And zakat, make you understand this reality. What really it is, why it has been obligatory. 80 times it's mentioned in the Quran, you have to pay zakah, you have to pay zakah. Diligently do calculation on the zakah and take it out. May Allah help us in achieving striving for this and fix a day of any lunar calendar day. You cannot go by the solar calendar. Fix a day. On that day, sit down and calculate. And as soon as you calculate, take that amount out so that in negligence you might spend that money. This money is not ours. It has to be distributed. If you cannot find some organizations, find some hospitals which are really treating the people who need money, who do not have any for their health reasons. For some orphans, there are several organizations all over the world. And I will go over the categories with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has recommended the zakat to be given to. The zakat is to be given to fuqara. Fuqara means the people who do not have anything. They have nothing. Like we see homeless people around town here, so they are regarded as fuqara. Masakin. Masakin are these 8 categories are prescribed in the Quran, and I read that ayah just a few minutes back. Masakin. Masakin are the people who have everything, but they are just, day to day. They do not have any savings. They cannot make up their ends meet. Whatever they earn, it's gone next week. They don't have any savings. And even if they have savings, say $500 today, but if it did not stay with them for the whole year, they are also masakin. So they are zakat eligible. And amili means people who are like, suppose Masjid has assigned a brother to go and distribute the zakah to some few people around town. You find that brother is putting his gas in the car and driving his car, and he spends his time. His wages can be paid from zakah also. His gas money can be paid from zakah also. If it's run like an institution. And also, even if you are assigning somebody else to distribute your zakah, make sure that the guy who is distributing zakah on your behalf is paid his daily wages. And also, as I mentioned, if you think your neighbor, your co-worker or whatever, who will be impressed by Islam, who will come closer to Islam by giving some gift, that can be also given from the zakat fund. And ar-riqab, that means people who are in bondage. Like, back in the olden days, the people used to be enslaved, right? Suppose you want to leave some people from the slavery, the owner may say, okay, I need $1,000. You can give from the zakat $1,000 and leave him. And nowadays, people are stuck with some credit cards. They cannot pay, and interest is piling upon them. And if you really know this person doesn't have the means to pay, and he doesn't have a saving of $500, you can ask him and tell him if you really need, pay him from your zakat. And also, gharimeen, that means that means for the people who are injured and they cannot come out of the debt, and their interest is multiplying 20%, 30% on the credit card. They are getting stuck and they will come out. Those are ghamiri. And fi sabilillah. Fi sabilillah, some scholars have defined as dawah. Suppose like we have made this van, which has Quranic ayahs and we are taking around in town so that people can learn, and it is path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People can come to Islam, and you have put a billboard on 575. That expenses can be paid from zakat. And Ibn Sabil, this is the last category. That means a traveler who has come. Like sometimes people do come. Okay, I'm traveling from Tennessee, my car broke, and I don't have money with me, and the bank is closed today. I cannot even cash my I cannot withdraw, and he doesn't have any access to ATM machines or whatever. You see the situation. Even if he has maybe $1,000 in the bank, but he is a traveler in need. He is that Ibn Sabil. That means he has to be given from the zakat fund also. So these are important things. I've already shared that document with you in WhatsApp. If anybody has not received, please give me the number. I'll send the document. But this is the gist of it. So inshallah, may Allah guide us. May Allah make us from the people who do calculate zakat and distribute zakat every year. And may Allah save us from that punishment which Allah has described, that this will be, our wealth will be heated up and put on your backs and the chest because it was not cleansed. Barakallahu li wa lakum fi أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من جهل البلاء وذل الشقاء وسوء القضاء وشماتة الأعداء يا حي يا قيوم اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الهم والحزن وأعوذ بك من العجز والكسل وأعوذ بك من الجبن والبخل وأعوذ بك من غلبة الدين والقهر والجهل والأداء يا حي يا قيوم اللهم أجرنا من النار 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 لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين استغفر الله اللهم أجرنا من النار اللهم أجرنا من النار ربنا إننا مغلوبا فانتصر ربي يسر ولا تعسر ربي بالخير ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي ولمن له حقا علينا وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي ولمن له حقا علينا وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم واعف عنهم واكرم نزلهم ووسع مدخلهم واغسلهم بالماء والثلج والبرد نقهم من الخطايا كما نقيت الثوب الأبيض من الدنس خير من الجبل وأذل أيديهم واحفظهم من الجنة وأعيذهم من عذاب القبر وعذاب الحشر وأعيذهم من الجنة من الله grant them Jannah Firdaus Ya Allah. May Allah grant them Jannah Firdaus. This was the dua I made for the brothers who are not with us who passed the last year. May Allah forgive their shortcomings. May Allah grant them Jannah Firdaus. Amin Ya Rabbal Alamin. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ibadallahi taqullah. Inna Allaha ya'muru bil 'adli wal ihsani wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi ya'idhukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Udhkuru ma yadhkurun udhkuru yastajib lakum. ولا ذكر لله تعالى ولا وطنه وهم أكبر وأقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Please take your nice part of Salath. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يدخلون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله الله أكبر. inshallah, our brothers have donated for our Masjid construction project. Whoever have made pledges, only we have got only few pledges realized so far. So if you make commitment, inshallah, make payment for the pledges. And also we are planning to do some more fundraiser. If we have missed the 2 Fridays which we did with the fundraiser, you can pay now. The project is going to be costing us about $130,000. We have so far, with our balance and what we collected is about $100,000. We are still short about $30,000. Whatever you could do, you collect from your friends, relatives and all, try to pitch in and inshallah.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। आज हम जुमे की नमाज के लिए अल्लाटूना मस्जिद गए हुए थे और वहाँ की वीडियोस भी उठाए गए हैं, उसे भी भेजता हूँ, देखिएगा। आपको मालूम होगा कि आज यहाँ अल्लाटूना में आज रात को लैलतुल क़द्र है। इंशाअल्लाह किसी और मस्जिद में जाएंगे और लैलतुल क़द्र की नमाज इंशाअल्लाह अदा करेंगे और उसके बाद वहाँ से ली गई वीडियोस भी आपको भेजे जाएंगे, उन्हें भी देखिएगा। अब अल्लाटूना मस्जिद में जुमे की नमाज जो अदा हुई उसके वीडियोस आपको भेजे जा रहे हैं, देखिएगा।